Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a super fabulous week. In this video today, I'm going to show you 3 ways to make your own choker, from easiest to hardest. So enough chit chat, let's get started. So for this first tutorial, you're going to need a spike choker of your choosing, spikes, and a screwdriver. So all of these pieces I got off of Amazon for really cheap. This particular choker, now I don't know why someone would want to remove the long black spikes, because they are pretty darn cool. But let's say you just get tired of having long spikes one day and want smaller ones. So to begin, remove the current spikes from the choker with your screwdriver and replace them with your own. Easy peasy, right? For this next tutorial, you're going to need a ruler and or a cutting mat. I prefer a cutting mat because it has the ruler marks already on it. It just makes life easy. You're going to need a screwdriver, a pair of scissors, and awl to punch your holes. I'd suggest getting a leather hole punch also, just because it makes your holes nice and round. You're going to need your spikes, and you're going to need some sort of belt. I am using a skinny belt here that I got in a pack of 3 from Target for like $3.99 on clearance. But you can also use a plain choker. These 2 little chokers I got off of Amazon for, I think they came in a pack. But be careful because some of them have different sizes. The 2 that I'm showing here, I can fit the holographic one, and my neck is approximately 12 3/4 inches, but the matte black one is a whole inch too big. So make sure you read the description before you actually buy something like this. So you're going to begin by measuring your neck, and you can either do this with a thread, a measuring tape. I sometimes use a pair of headphones. You can use the belt that you're using and then wrap it around your neck and hold the spot where the little prong will go through the hole, and then hold the belt up to a ruler and mark the hole. If you don't like it too tight, you might want to add 1/4 inch or so. And then from there I'll punch my hole. Now if you want to find the center of your neck, say if you're going to add a pendant or whatever on it, all you have to do is fold it in half from where you place the hole to the opposite end, and that will be your center. And then so now I'm going on opposite sides of the hole, measuring an inch. Now alternatively, you could just start punching holes each inch or every half inch, however many spikes that you want to put in there, and you can start at your original hole. It really makes no difference, but I tend to like to put little charms and things in the center, so I have a tendency to just measure from the center and then go outwards. Now once you have all of your holes punched, you can proceed to adding your spikes. So in this last tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make your own choker from scratch. So you're going to need a lot more materials than you would have needed in the first or second tutorial. Firstly, you're going to need a cutting mat. Secondly, you're going to need your leather or faux leather. This I picked up off of Amazon, and they do come in rolls. Faux leather varies in widths and can be as small as 0.5 millimeters width or go up to 3 millimeters width. It may go up more than that, but I haven't seen any. I prefer the 2 millimeter width. It's not too thick and it's not too thin, but it really just depends on your preference. You're going to need spikes of your choosing, a screwdriver, an awl to poke the holes. I would also suggest getting a leather hole punch to make your holes nice and round. You're going to need a pair of scissors, and in place of the scissors, I kind of would suggest getting a rotary cutter. You're going to need a mallet to hammer in your hardware. You're going to need D-rings, and these come in various sizes. You're going to need a buckle, which comes in various sizes as well. So your buckle and your D-rings must match the width of your choker. So for instance, if I have a 1-inch choker, I'm going to need a D-ring that equals 1 inch and a buckle that equals 1 inch. You are going to need rivets, and this will hold your materials together. Rivets come in various sizes as well, so what I'm showing you here is a kit that I picked up from Amazon, and in that kit it has various sizes of rivets. So you just kind of have to decide which rivet to use looks best and fits best for your leather. Now this kit also comes with a rivet setter. So when you hammer in the rivet, you kind of want to keep the curve of the rounded head. That's just my preference, you don't have to, but the rivet setter will keep the head of the rivet nice and round while you hammer it. And also I'm just using a little mat here because I'm hammering on the floor, and it helps to cut out the sound a little bit. I mean, my poor downstairs neighbors are about ready to kill me already. So to begin, I am measuring out the width of my choker. For this one, I am just going to use 3/4 of an inch. So the end of the choker, I am folding it over approximately 2 inches. That will give you enough space for a D-ring and the buckle. As I fold it over, I am poking a hole in the very center, and that's where the buckle prong is going to go. So these leather hole punches, if you don't have the thickness that they like, they won't actually go through the fabric. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually doubling up on the faux leather. That way, when I punch the hole, it will actually go all the way through the leather. So now I'm going to slide on my buckle and I'm going to punch the hole where the rivet should go. So now I'm going to slide on my D-ring. So you're going to begin by measuring your neck. If you don't like it too tight, you might want to add 1/4 of an inch or so. Put spikes however many inches apart you want them. So now that you're done with that, you can proceed to screw all of your spikes in. So now that I've got all of my spikes in, I am proceeding to set my rivets. I'm taking my rivet setter, putting it on top of the rivet so it doesn't get flat when I hammer it, and I'm taking my mallet and I'm just giving it firm taps. And then after that, you have your choker. All you have to do is trim the end. And I usually like to trim my end into a cute little point, but in this case, I cut a little bit too much off. It doesn't actually fit very well under the D-ring. So make sure to give it another good inch or so. And there you have it, your handmade choker. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. It helps out my channel a lot. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, fashion hauls, styling videos, cosplay, musical cosplay, and everything in between. Have a fabulous week, everybody, and I'll see y'all next time.